Alright, welcome back. Day 3, Wednesday, kind of just finished up. So going into today, I really didn't have much of a bias. I know that we kind of stopped out London, or Asia low the day, what have you. And on the 50 meter, kind of just moving up and up and up. Really nothing breaking in terms of bearish price action, even with this type of move here. This is absolutely still bullish, especially once you start looking at London itself. You kind of get your fake market structure shift trap just to kind of rally higher. And same thing, you balance sell side to the sell side so you can rally off of itself. And even something like this, when you get those fake market structure shifts where, yes, this is absolutely valid and you can go short off a SIBI here and kind of just keep rolling lower, it's important to recognize, again, left to right, where did you come from? You pushed from a bullish range. Your invalidation or your down close at the bottom were never broke. And even if you did want to just play the actual game of, using the bearish turtles, what have you, really overneath this or even this high here, you close well above it and you're gone. So as for my trades itself that I ended up taking, I did try shorting this kind of BPR setup we had here. It was a bad trade, to be honest. It was really just a SIBI reaction, and that's literally all it was. I really realized that I was doing a lot of freezing with my trades, and I would recognize kind of what's going on, but still not do anything about it. And basically just watch it scorch against me. So even once I had like this 830 candle here, kind of close above it, I pretty much knew that the range was gone. But I ended up kind of holding to well above the high, and it is what it is. But still good that I exited, because had I had not, maybe get a break even if you don't, you're scorched against for 200 Nasdaq. It doesn't matter. To hold, to try to hold through something like that and go through all that, what have you. So I did end up shorting 9 a.m. also, like 9 a.m. opened. Just getting stopped out of the short, same thing. Failure swing, SIBI on retrace, took it. Closed underneath these lows. I did a lot more leverage on the second trade, to be honest. So I did end up making it back, but in terms of even just the underlying range, had I gone the same lot size, it still would have made the money back. But really, just for me, hammering home that, the faster you exit your losing trades, the better. Because, like, for example, this was maybe $16 as a loss. I ended up getting out at around 45-ish, almost 3x, even though, again, by like this 830, 833 candle, what have you, I pretty much knew that it was going to tear higher. And it was really just kind of a freezing that I had with myself for it. So after that short, I basically just sat there. Especially once it started to move up like this. I sat through 9:30 open. I saw this extreme ripper and did nothing. I knew we had news at 9:45, so I wanted to see what happened there. We didn't do much because we just didn't, I guess. And then 10 o'clock came and kind of same thing. I saw that we set the high here, and kind of just did like a 3 drives. So I did try taking it short here, near the bottom. Basically, we can look at it on a 1 minute. And I ended up hedging, actually, because I went super small lot size here, just to try a short, and then I hedged it. So I went long as well, and ended up closing all down here. I ended up closing the long short, or the long hedge down here, and then tried to reshort, thinking it was going to actually go down off like a rejection block. It started to not do that, and thankfully I exited all around here, and then actually swapped long to ride it back through, because you knew that the range was gone. And I really did want to short afterwards. I was caught at work and basically missed part of this move. I started going short after 11 on the same logic, even if you just follow 1 minute delivery here. Left to right, kind of look what happened. You have this down close candle at the high to separate this, to then trade lower. So once that happens, you can even say come back up to bearish order block, kind of stacked failure swings, go lower, sweeping out lows, classic V shape, turtle soup retrace, just to come back up to up close candle to continue lower. SIBI here, gone. So I ended up shorting basically this move down here. I sold on this up move here. Tried to add to the short on a small loss because I basically took this IOFED here. And so I took a break even there, / small loss. And then I tried to short again. And sorry, I keep switching time frames. I actually got out at around, I think it was 11:21, like down before here. I just saw like my profit, from the short go up really high and then retrace back a quick amount. So I just basically exit off of here. And then of course, what literally 2 minutes later, I check my phone, price is 100 points lower, because why isn't it? But again, same thing, turtle soup, V shape, run it, go lower, up to the up close candle. Again, your previous range from left to right here. And if you want to draw it out here, extra push down off the turtle, retrace. It's actually just to roll over and generate new sell side, basically. Same thing, your turtle, retrace up to the up close candle into it just to roll it over. This is the same pattern literally twice. So again, it's all fractal. But I ended up again missing like 200 NASDAQ on the whole thing eventually, just because it kept rolling over, and I could tell it was, but I just didn't do anything afterwards. What was also really, really nice was 30/15 minute, what have you, as we kind of did like our PM session move, because my whole reason I was even shorting was we needed sell bodies here, basically through here. When you get this down close candle here and then that immediate rip higher, it's very likely that's going to be your manipulation, or like for your up thrust to just trap everybody. It's the exact same thing on the 1 minute high a day. Literally, this is not any different. You basically do a big rally off of whatever, cement a down close, and then just do an extra push of whatever it is, and that's what you can look for as a reversal sign or manipulation. So on the 1 hour, we pretty much knew that we needed, again, sell bodies down there, and that was the entire premise for taking the sell as well. The 1 minute delivery just lined up with it after. What was really fun afterwards is after PM session, after we had this kind of closure here, we called CRT basically, or whatever, market maker model, sell model in this case, whatever you want to call it, to hit this and basically immediately crush the 12 o'clock candle, and it did so in like 3 candles, so that was perfect there. The actual short itself, I did notice kind of this V shape here over this. I was early in the sense that I shorted the first down move and not the second. So once I saw this here, this was enough for me to go short, and so I did. Saw this in the drawdown and everything, tried to hold it just to see what happened, ended up rolling over, and I basically closed down here. Farm shorting in here. So yes, I absolutely took drawdown first and then ended up rolling over. I did pretty much know that this low was going to get lost from the very beginning, because we called 12 o'clock slow on the 1 hour getting hit. But it was just consolidating here, and I was at work, and I didn't want to trade any more than I already did. Already being up and already paper handing the short from morning session. So I just exited, but truthfully, in hindsight, it did work out. Stop was never hit. Just did some extra internal runs for time distortion, basically, just to still make the move lower. So in a way, it was a failed trade in the sense that I didn't hold for TP, truthfully. So that's kind of the main thing I'm really realizing for kind of especially the winning trades. If the stop loss isn't getting hit, keep holding, keep waiting. Like, there's no reason to get rid of the trade just because you're sitting in a retracement. Because again, had I put the stop loss and then just the TP and then just waited, and then that's it, it would have worked. Or even the short itself, same thing. It would have at least gone for what I wanted, which was, again, London range 1 hour, because it literally needed sell bodies. We can save that for another video as to why it needed sell bodies, but that was the absolute preface for this. And then again, down close high after a rally already, that's your manipulation that you're looking for, as it kind of just pushes higher. So if we look at the actual executions themselves and kind of see in the 5 minute, we took that short there that we just discussed, sold it, reshorted the 1 minute again on higher leverage, so not the best, but we don't want to be doing that no more. And again, we sat there, did nothing, because I was, even in my chat, I was saying that this is not IPDA-like delivery, like this is not how it should be going or delivering at all. And especially if you look at like on the 15 minute, the 15 minute BISI really had some hands until it didn't. Tapped it into it once, made a new high, tapped it into it again, literally made a new high off that 1030 move that I swapped short on into long and then back short. But after that, it was pretty much toast. And then ran for the inefficiencies, which is great, and then actually filling in the bodies afterwards. But again, took the short. See if we can look at it actually. That's my broker for you. But anyways, yeah, same thing. Sat there, sat there. Again, just double paper handed this entire move down. So that was kind of disappointing for sure. So again, just kind of realizing, waiting for your stop loss, waiting for your rules to actually get hit and all of that, and not just kind of running it through really quick. Is really going to be the key for the winners. And then again, the losing trades I did swap out. We just need to swap out quicker, basically. And the series has been helpful for that because I'm really actually talking about my mistakes and making them public, so it's making them pretty aware of what's going on. Yeah, really something like that. Just hit the stop loss and just wait, and just keep faffling until something happens. Because even if I had actually held this at TP, had I missed it hitting TP and like say you don't have a limit order, you may have then it hit terminus and now it's retracing, and you end up missing a lot of the short one that you literally already had anyways. So maybe we'll start putting some TPs in there, and just make sure the hard stops are there and exiting as quick as possible. No more freezing or anything along those lines. And then when you are on side, just holding that thing for the actual move and like the real capitulation. Because one kind of motto you can always roll with the market is before it reverses, it's going to do like a multi drive outside the other direction. It's not just going to do it once. So like even if it's trying to go short, it's going to blow through the highs multiple times before actually turning around. Or even if you are on side and you're riding this lower, it's going to drill multiple times before actually making any kind of move back. So really making sure that I'm holding through those is kind of going to be the big factor. And like I said, just cutting the trades as soon as I know and not waiting for copium, whatever, freezing and anything like that. So it was definitely a better day, though. I will say that. So I am super happy there and grateful for that. But now it's really just going to be hammering it home in terms of the execution. And again, even doing something just like some rules, just to hold it all through and kind of follow that. Because even if I am following the rules and just holding with the stop loss, short, truthfully, never got hit. 5-minute IOFED at the very top. That's basically what I ended up selling or closing at. But again, I reshorted right after. But if you hold for pennies of like 30, 40 points just because you got scared on a little bounce, just to have it collapse 200 afterwards, it's kind of just like, what'd you even do it for? So that's kind of that for the recap. So trying to make these a little bit quicker. If you guys have anything that you want to see in the future, please do let me know. In all honesty, we probably should roll over if you just make a fake double bottom off this and kind of do like some type of bounce or V shape or just extra fake bottoms. You're basically just doing that to generate liquidity to sell into. So even something like this, generate, collapse all through. Basically the same thing, generate, collapse all through. Or it can hold off this area for some reason and then we'll trend day up basically through previous day's high. But if you are going to try that, I would absolutely wait. Or if you just want like some breakout levels really above lunch buy side, you'll pretty much go in a straight line here. So that is one of the nice things about kind of balancing the ranges and what we were talking about yesterday. When we're trading through things like this or basically dead ranges or like basically old turtle soups of the opposite direction, you can pretty much trade right through them and you'll basically just rifle through them, kind of like this, where we traded all through it, or even like this, bullish ones and we're starting to trade through it, so we should be looking for bearish ones to hold to keep going lower. And again, but you can do it both ways in terms of both ranges. So even though we know that we're bearish and we're trying to reject highs and go short, reject highs and go short, reject highs and go short, maybe even like I said, generate fake bottom and then just absolutely crush every long that bought this as a triple, quadruple bottom. You do have invalidation spots for bearish delivery in this move as well, where you basically just know you get above this, you will very, very likely just tear through the rest of the range. So I'll leave you with that one. If you want to see anything else ICT related or just topics in general, definitely comment below. I do listen to you guys and want to see what you're interested in and kind of what topics we can discuss. And I will see you guys in the next one.